All right, here we have a pretty tough completing the square problem. It says negative 36 minus 2x squared equals 24x, all right? So right away I'm seeing a couple things going on here. First off, they're all even, so we'll probably have to divide each of these by at least 2, in fact, only 2. And then secondly, I'm seeing if I were to put this in the right order, my leading coefficient is going to be a negative. So let me put it in the right order, and then we'll kind of look at it. All right, so you can see what I did here is I put it in the correct order. So my exponents are in descending order, right? 2, 1, none. And I also moved this 24 over by subtracting it. And now, like I said, we can divide each of these by 2. In fact, I probably want to divide by a negative 2. All right, after dividing by a negative 2, that leaves me with this, which is x squared plus 12x plus 18 equals 0. All right, I think we're making progress now. Now, since we're doing this by completing the square, I need to move my constant term to the other side by subtracting it in this case, giving me x squared plus 12x. I like to leave a little space here, equals negative 18. All right, then of course we have to take half of our b term. So I'll do that work over here, half of 12, and then square it. Well, half of 12 is 6. 6 squared is 36. And I'm going to add that to both sides, plus 36, and over here plus 36, okay? What this does for me is now I can write the left side as a binomial squared, and remember kind of our rules for that is we're going to take the square roots of both of those, so x and 6, and then also the sign that goes in between is going to be a positive, because that's what comes in front of my b term, all right? So x plus 6, and it's a binomial squared, all right? Equals, and then the other side, negative 18 plus 36 is just a positive 18, like that. And what this does for me is now I can take the square root of both sides. Square root of this, square root of that. And what this does on the left side is it cancels the square root and the square, leaving me with just x plus 6. On the right side, the square root of 18, we can actually simplify this, right? Square root of 18, I'll do another little side work over here. Square root of 18 is the same thing as saying the square root of a perfect square 9 times the square root of 2, right? 9 times 2 is back to 18, but this helps out because I can take the square root of 9 and write it next to my square root of 2 like that, all right? So the square root of 18 is actually 3 square roots of 2, 3 square roots of 2, okay? And then to, oops, it's actually plus or minus, I forgot that, equals plus or minus 3 square roots of 2. And then what I need to do is move my 6 to the other side by subtracting it. So I get x equals negative 6 plus or minus 3 square roots of 2, just like that. So kind of a tough problem. We had to rearrange it. We had a greatest common factor we had to take out, and then we were able to complete the square, but there was this kind of tough part where it could be simplified.